Man, did I just read what I think I just read? Dude, Wolverine cannot get a break. Hey, comic book fans, welcome back to Comic Book Corner 2.0. And fans, you're back with me, Mike Spider Slayer, your host, getting ready to help you make decisions on what comics to buy. And today, guys, yes, we're going to be taking a look at X-Force. This is issue 4. Once again, something huge has happened in this book, and I'm going to share it with you and give you my thoughts on this book and what's next for Wolverine. So let's take a look at this book on the overhead view. Alright fans, here we go. X-Force issue 1. Of course, it's written by Benjamin Percy and Joshua Cassara. Do the actual artwork in this book. You open it up right away, you get to see the entire team in here, or all the players in this particular issue. And man, let me just tell you, what happens at the end of this issue, it is awesome, and it sets the stage, I think, for Wolverine in the future. So just to let you know, there are spoilers, so if you haven't read your issue, guys, go ahead and read it. First off, let's talk about the artwork. Now, last week we wound up getting X-Force issue 3. This week we wound up getting issue 4 of X-Force, and I feel like when it came to the artwork in this particular issue of X-Force, I felt that the artwork was a little sloppy, and I think maybe they had some time constraints or whatnot, and I felt like the artwork was a little bit rushed. You can definitely see when you read the previous 3 issues that the artwork is really good in this book, and again, I just think it came time to some time constraints. I do like this piece right here where you get to see Forge and kind of like his leg and just his facial expression. And then this facial expression right here from Mystique I think is really well done. So yeah, there is some shining moments in this book when it comes to the artwork, but I have seen better from this title. Alright, so what happens in this story, okay? So now, first things first here, when the story opens up, we wind up seeing yet another attack on Xavier's pharmaceutical plant, okay? And this is the same group, the same terrorists that attacked or assassinated Professor Xavier, all right? So right away you get to see them harpoon up, and they go and they break into the whole place and whatnot, and they attack one of Multiple Man's like dupes, right? And they attack him, and he's all alive. He's, you know, dead or whatever it is. And so what's going on is we wind up getting to see the Grove on Krakoa, and we wind up getting to see everyone trying to, you know, gather all the information and the pieces on what's going on. And then we wind up finding out that, yes, what X-Force is, it's kind of like a CIA type of group where they have to, you know, solve these cases. And we get to see you know, who our major players are in this group, of course, and they go and we get to see them investigate everything that was happening. So we find out that it's a big data breach. So this time, instead of assassinating somebody, they take information, which was very important here. So you get to see that. Here you get a white page of the portfolio of Charles Xavier, which was kind of cool. And you get to see all these businesses that he does and stuff like that. Okay, so that was pretty cool. And then, of course, we get to see our super soldiers that are going against our mutants and whatnot. And then we wind up getting Kid Omega, Wolverine, and Domino going after, they're the muscle of the group. They go to the armory, and they're trying to get all these different types of upgrades, okay? And we wind up seeing this new technology that is built out of weaponry and organics from Krakoa. And you get to see here that Forge is actually displaying those weapons, which is kind of cool, and it attaches to Domino. So Domino is evolving to be a different character in this book, kind of the next chapter for her, if you will, okay? So what happens in this book, and this is very key, I think what sets up to Wolverine here, is that we wind up seeing Forge and Wolverine. Forge introduces this whole pool of adamantium and says, hey, whenever you need to be put back together, Wolverine, we can do that for you. And then Wolverine Logan says, you know what? Well, I want this. And he wants maybe a weapon upgrade. But what happens is there's another place that's being attacked. It's called The Point. And what happens is we wind up seeing our heroes have to travel to that point. So they open up the Krakoa portals, and we get to see that our terrorists are right on top of things, and they try to cut the Krakoan portal so our heroes can't cut through. So what happens is Domino doesn't make it through. The portals explode, and what happens is you wind up seeing Wolverine makes it halfway through, and it literally chops him in half. I mean, in half. And then, when it comes to Quentin Quire, he is decapitated. Like, he didn't even make it through. So it's like, holy shit, what is going on? Now, again, it's all about resurrection when it comes to this whole X-Men title stuff and whatnot. And it's just like, will it get old that these characters are dying and you're just resurrecting them? But we don't know if they come back the exact same way as they were before. You see? So it's like, does Forge pick up Wolverine's pieces, and does he sit there and go, holy shit, like, let me put him in his adamantium pool and let's see what we get. Now, when it comes to Kid Omega, the dude's going to have to be resurrected. There's no way he can come back from that. So he's going to get resurrected from the 5. But again, when it comes to Wolverine, I think they're going to stick him in that pool of adamantium, and I don't know, I think he's going to get a weapon upgrade, or if they can't do that, then they might resurrect him too. So, what did I think about this overall book? I think this book was absolutely phenomenal. Of course, there's its artwork flaws and things like that, but it was a great read. It was very exciting. It was cool trying to figure out what X-Force actually is and who they are and what they want to call themselves. But again, the main thing from this is Wolverine, okay? Kid Omega, we can resurrect him, whatever. But I have a feeling that the ramifications of this particular issue, maybe the next issue, is going to lead into Benjamin Percy's Wolverine title. Okay, so, and we're going to get to see maybe a different type of Wolverine. If Wolverine dies and he gets resurrected, how does this affect his psyche overall? Is he a different character? And I think this just gives a reason for Benjamin Percy to change the character, which is kind of funny because we just got a resurrection from Wolverine. He just came back. And I have a feeling that we could be changing him once again. Or maybe does he get a weapon upgrade? I don't know. There's a reason why Benjamin Percy showed you that pool of adamantium when he said, when we have to put you back together again, this is available for you. So whether this is going to be in the next issue of X-Force or it's going to be the first issue of Wolverine, it's still yet to be determined. But for this particular book, I really enjoyed it. And once again, X-Force holds up for me as like one of the best X titles from this whole thing. So guys, in the comments below, tell me what you thought of X-Force issue 4. What's your theory on Wolverine here? Do you think he's going to be resurrected? Do you think he's going to be pieced back together? Do you think his personality is going to change? There's a lot of stuff out there. So let me know in the comments below. And guys, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and don't forget to hit that bell to get all those notifications from me. And until that next comic book review, this is Mike Spider signing out. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care.